Good morning, my beautiful souls. Happy Saturday. It is 7:30 a.m. and I love the weather. It's sunny, it's cold, it's fresh, and I'm about to go and have a long walk. But I thought to myself, how about we talk about Euphoria, episode number 5, because I totally forgot to talk about it. I watched it, I think, last Monday, and I thought I talked about it, but I haven't. That's crazy. And I'm not high, by the way. I am sober, but life gets busy sometimes, and sometimes you just forget, and that's okay. So, I will tell you something. As we all know, I love to talk about Euphoria from the psychology point of view, and not the trendy way, or not the way that we are, where everyone is like being very critical about it and very judgy about it. Now, I don't care what is going on. I am just analyzing each personality, the flaws and the good things, and why is it happening, the patterns. And of course, I was, as you, shocked when I saw the first 10 minutes. And again, I will be talking about it not from the gossipy way. I'm just analyzing and explaining everything, what I have seen from, again, the psychology behind it. So, yeah, it was too much. I understand that. But I am against any person who is attacking this series just for the sake of attacking it. Because, come on, have you ever watched a movie or a TV show or a series in your life? Because if it's about being naked or literally doing whatever you're doing or whatever they're doing in Euphoria, it's not the first time we see such a thing on TV. Then why everyone is acting like they're about to die from shock or whatever it is? I am not going to talk about a lot of movies and a lot of series where actually it was literally performed like, there was like sexual scenes or intimate scenes, but there was literally, they were doing it, during the movie or during this series. And you can search about it, you will find a lot of movies, a lot of series, they were literally doing it, and everyone watched it, and no one was talking about it in the same way that everyone right now going crazy about Euphoria. And I understand that it has a lot about, I guess, the director, I think because of his roots or whatever it is. Again, I'm not defending anyone. I don't care about anyone. I don't care about the characters or like in their real life. Couldn't care less about them. I care about the characters as it is written. So I am a person who really watch and judge the characters based on the characters, not the actors and the actresses. So we are clear with this point. If you're a person who always like to judge and gossip and don't like to understand the whole point of watching something, I would suggest that you skip my video right now, because I don't think you will like what I'm going to to say. Maybe you will actually. Don't skip it, because I will be explaining things from my point of view, and it can make sense to you. It can make sense to some people who are open, or let's say who have a very open-minded, like when you say that you are an open-minded person, then mean it. Don't just say it. Don't just say that you're a person who is free, you're a person who doesn't judge, you're a person who accepts difference, you're a person who this and that, blah blah blah. Then work on it. Show it exactly as it is. And stop being follower to the others just because, of course, when you see something wrong, of course you have to speak up. Definitely, 100%. And when you see something that is happening for the last 200 or 300 years ago in the same industry, but you choose to talk about only specific characters or specific people just because you really don't like them in real life, this is something says a lot about you. It says that you really have, as they say, eternal issues, and you have to work on it. That's why you just don't like what you're seeing. And again, I keep repeating it because I know some people really don't listen to it, or just try to ignore it, or just try to take a few words and explain it their way. But no, I am going to explain it my way. First of all, I promise you that... Okay, wait just a second. First of all, we are listening to a vintage jazz for quiet hours, and it's called Stay a While. So stay a while, babies. If you want to watch something, you have to really detach from every idea, every belief, every fact that you know or believe in or do, let's say, and watch it without any enforcement or judgment enforcement, let's say, because I feel like a lot of people, they don't say their opinion, they just, I don't know how to say it, but literally following the majority, it's like someone else is forcing their opinion to you, and you're like, oh yeah, you're right, without even thinking about it. Just, agree or disagree to disagree. Balance is good, you can still, again, not judge, but you can be critical about something, but at the same time you don't have to spread hate or be super mean to a person, because you guys, not you of course, not my beautiful 15 followers, I love you so much, thank you so much, you're the best, and I am always posting to share with you, especially, and for the others who just keep stalking me, I guess. I see you, and well, I think you are welcome to hear me, to listen to me. If you understand what I'm saying, if you are changing your behavior to become a better person, then I think I did something. I think I did something anyways, if you are still watching, if you are still interested to hear my thoughts. So yeah, thank you for my followers again. So next time you watch something, really, just try to strip yourself from every concept, every idea, every thought, every belief that you have already, and just watch it with an open mind, a plain page, let's say, and just write everything what you see based on you as a person. How do you see it? Because let's face it, like, we are living in a very hypocrite world. Like, now half of the people who are talking bad about the others or shaming some characters about Euphoria. Now I'm focusing about Euphoria, not only. So we will be talking more about Euphoria. I need to focus on Euphoria. And yeah, let's start. Let's dig in, as they say. First of all, let's talk about the first 10 minutes. Cassie is appearing, of course, doing what she's doing, right? And of course, the giant hallucination in the first few minutes. What do you think when you saw it? A lot of people, this is what I saw on my social media, every person who talked about it, they did not really understand the meaning of why they put her as like a giant person. I mean, I was against only one thing, where she stepped on the homeless guy. I mean, I couldn't understand why. I'm sure 100% it has a meaning behind it, whether it's political meaning or something else, I have no idea. But from a psychology point of view, her being a giant, like, she appears, as they say, enormous, right? And it's in an exaggerated way, like like Lana Del Rey in that song. But the point is not comedy about it. Like, a lot of people thought it's a funny thing. It's actually not. It's showing you how overwhelming she has become in these emotional spaces of her story, her own story. Like, everything she does, every interaction around her, it's literally distorted, because her presence in every situation has, like, well, I wouldn't say lost control, but I would choose another word, which is growing out of proportion, like, that's why she appears, as a giant, and it actually reflects on how much control, how much, again, insecurity, how much validation have taken over her decisions, over her life, actually. And you can understand that by also focusing on the last scene, where she saw one person he was masturbating on her video or something, whatever it is. So she see it in a way, and I think that she's happy because, well, someone is giving her attention at some point. But this is crazy. Like, when you think about it, it's crazy. Now, we will go back again to her, but let me just cut this with Nate's reaction, because it's very important. Like, in these moments, or in every situation, he's not in control the way he tries to be, in the other episodes or in the other seasons, right? And you know what's funny is that the image of Cassie, it doesn't fit the version that they already created, when they got together and when they started to date or whatever it is. Just a second, I need to change the music. Okay, I change it. Again, we're listening to jazz, but this one called Wine and Jazz. Putting myself in the mood for wine and jazz at almost 8 a.m. in the morning. As a person who doesn't drink alcohol anymore, I am still loving the atmosphere of wine and stuff. But of course, not in the morning. It's just the atmosphere. So anyways, let's go back. As I said, Nate thinks that he's in control, right? And it's not the same thing when they got together, right? Like, he's trying to manage. And that creates tension more than a comfort. If you noticed, this is something a lot of people also noticed, like, he was at home eating and dancing or whatever it is. Like, he was eating that type of sushi, which is what I know, that this type of sushi is very, very expensive. So it's showing you that he is still not taking any responsibility, and he did not even pay his last debt, right? So he's like depending completely on her. He's like pimping her, and that's not Nate in season 1 and 2. This is really crazy. And it's showing you how he became like, I would call him lazy, because, and out of, like, not out of touch, I don't know how to call it, but how can you like be a person who is stable and spending a lot of money on things that doesn't make any sense, while you are already about to be killed because you are in a very big debt, which is like $1 million or something, and you already got your toe chopped off and put it back again, but still not caring about this. So it's showing you not this, like, when you watch it, don't concentrate on how spoiled he is, because he's acting like a spoiled brat, to be honest. And not taking responsibility. Like, do you remember Nate in season 1 or 2? If it was him, he would be like fighting back, not running like a little girl. So again, it's showing you the psychology behind it. Let's go back to Cassie, and then we'll go back again to Nate. Back in reality, of course, Cassie is still actively pushing her relationship with Nate, right? Even, like, if you notice when she was calling him, even if as everything around her it becomes more like, about only her, about her world, not about them together, you can see there's like a visible line, or a visible thing, or a visible disconnect between what she is actually doing, to get famous, get money, whatever it is, and what is she willing to acknowledge, right? Because if you remember, she was like calling him, she was like, yeah, I miss you, and I think she really loves him, or like, probably the relationship was based on a trauma bond. This is what I see. It's a trauma bond. So that's why he's tolerating a lot of things. She is as well, I think, tolerating a lot of things. But this dynamic, and a lot of people also attacking the whole relationship. Like, you have never ever heard of a couple like that? I mean, is it your first time living, or is it your first time watching a TV show? Because guess what? In reality, there is a lot of people pimping on their wives, their families, whatever it is. Unfortunately, that's an awful and horrible thing. But again, we watch these things to understand the human mentality more, let's say. And we understand like the limit as well to each person. Don't forget that, because sometimes it is very scary to not knowing that this person have limits when it comes to whether it's harming themselves or harming the others. So you have to concentrate on this thing. You have to understand that this is something we need to learn from. We need to acknowledge this thing. It's not about just attacking the show or the characters. So think about it again and reflect on life, on probably a lot of us at some point know a person who is similar to one of the characters. Not saying all the characters, but one of the characters, right? I would say that I think in the past I used to know a person. She's a girl, and we were friends when we were super young, teenagers. Now we're not in a contact for sure for more than 10 years, I guess. Actually more. I think 12 to 13 years. It's that person reminds me of Rue a lot. I mean, it's different because the girl that I've known, or she used to be my friend, she's coming from a very rich family. She never needed the money. But you see this struggle, Rue, with her addiction, with her craziness to addiction, and putting herself in a very dangerous situations because of drugs. This girl was doing the exact same, really. And I've witnessed all these things. And I will talk about the other characters, but I just need to say something right now, because if I don't say it, I might forget. But the whole point, again, is watching people, whether they have souls or not. They're lost anyway, right? So I call it lost souls. If a person have a soul, but they are still lost in their drama, in their chaotic lives, and in their horrible decisions, and the mistakes that they keep falling for and they keep doing over and over and over. It's not because they are bad people, it's just because they are lost. And they need therapy for sure, they need guidance, and they need support. And I think when I am watching Rue, she did not go to therapy. Or did she? I don't remember she went to therapy. And the support was from her family, but now she no longer have contact with her family. So it's telling you like a lot of things, but again, we're not paying attention to it. But at the same time, for example, Maddie, she mentioned that she is still in a contact with her mother, and actually she's helping her. At the same time, we all are watching Maddie in this beautiful aura, this beautiful energy, even if she is sad or she's broken, but she is putting on a beautiful, let's say, strong mask, which is basically, it is her, but she's putting this mask not to break down. Like, her storyline, I feel like it's, I don't know how to describe it, but like she starts to understand what is happening. She is very smart. She is a very, very good person. She have a good heart, I guess. And that's why, for example, she is still stuck in that place, like her job. And imagine that she was about to become like a different person if she continue representing the first girl that she was representing, right? And this is something, it's showing us that some people have doubts in themselves, even if they put this confident mask, which she is doing actually. And I love this about her. Don't get me wrong, I really love her. And I don't know, even the actress, I love her. The actress, I love her because she is a Sagittarius, and I feel like I recognize her energy very easy, and I understand why she is intimidating a lot of people, and I understand why when she's in a place, some people will attack her, some people will hate her because of her energy, because she is that strong and she is that good person from the inside. But again, let's not forget, good people, sometimes they turn to the most evil, cruel people that you have ever known or seen in your life, right? This is something we all know. And oh my god, I'm talking for like almost half an hour and I still not done. Let's wrap this because I need to leave in 15 minutes. So the focus like moves from confusion to clarity, and the clarity carries this anger under the surface. If you notice, she is angry, and I'm just waiting for the moment where she will explode or do something, whether it's like hurting someone or taking back revenge or whatever it is. Rue at the same time is present, but again emotionally very distant. She's watching things happening, like crazy situations she was putting herself in because of her bad decision. And Jules and Elliot, they continue their, whatever they call it, this type of relationship. And have you noticed, I said that the last time, I said that we will see there is a dark side from this behind it. And it did show, like, I think he's really just treating her like some kind of an object or a trophy or a toy. more like a toy, let's say. You know, nothing in the group, like no one in this group feels stable anymore, by the way. Same thing I think with Lexi. I think she will reach a point where she will explode, because what she have been through with everyone, and she's very still in the same energy, still calm and everything. I know that she will end up also with a big reaction. And of course, Nate, of course, in the contrast, let's say, he's still maintaining control over this situation, of course, especially with Cassie, but it's not working in the same way it used to be. If you notice that, there's like some scenes, if you were very focused on it, where he really reacted like, I don't know, he reacted different. Like, his reaction, for me again, I'm talking about my opinion, it feels that they are strained. Like, I don't know how to say it, but like, he cannot even, like, he is lost. He is literally lost. He is depending completely on his wife. Like, what kind of a person does such a thing when they were like in the past a very different person? Like, still I cannot swallow the thing with Nate's, like how he was very aggressive person, a bully, and probably misogynist, and probably homophobic and racist, all the things you can think about. And then now he's like a staying home husband who's just relying on his wife to use her body to get him the money. Like, I don't know, like he was always thinking that he's a masculine person, but he's not at all. And I want to talk more about this, but like, you see, this episode, it doesn't focus on resolution. It focuses on collapse in progress. Like, they are falling down. Each person is digging their own graves, I guess. And it's showing you actually how it's happening, you know, the process of it. I think that's why I like Euphoria. It makes you think, you know, if you really are a thinker. And yeah, stop judging before understanding the characters and the psychology behind it. Oh my god, how many times have I said psychology today? What, 10 times? So here is your word for the day: psychology. I won't say more than that. This is about Euphoria. This is what this episode is doing. It's not telling you what to think, but it's actually showing you what it looks like when, you know, emotional situations stop being contained in the right way and start spiraling and, as I say, spilling into everything at once. So we watch and we learn, and I love that for us, actually. I wish you a wonderful day. I will be on my way to my walk, and I don't know, maybe I will post again, maybe not. we'll see about that. As I said, I'm not going to say anything until I am sure. I love you. Do something fun today to put a smile on your beautiful face, and give yourself some credit from time to time. And always remember, my babies, be kind to yourself and choose to be kind to the others, because again, we don't know what someone else is going through.